took me a minute to get everything together. For some reason my phone wasn't working right and it was just crazy, but hey everybody, I'm here and I'm live, and if you're here and you're live, then make sure you send me a little note on the side here and say hey, and that's that. So it's Friday and it's been a crazy day. Me and Brianna had to go out and see friends today. Hey! And Ricky had a kind of pool party thing, but it rained, so it kind of ended early. So, hey everybody, so glad you guys showed up. So, Ricky's pool party ended early and we were shuffling vehicles around. Brian, his girlfriend, has her birthday this weekend, so they were going out and do something. So it was just kind of crazy. So we were shuffling cars and it just got kind of nuts. So what ended up happening is I ended up picking up my husband from work. Hey, hunty. That's what Brianna always says. So I picked up my husband from work at 5 o'clock and then rushed home after that. And it's telling me very bad connection right now. I have no idea why. So if you're showing a very bad connection, if there's any kind of buffering, my apologies. I am seriously right by my modem, so I'm not sure what the issue is. You know what it could be? I'm actually uploading a video. Part of the reason that I was late is that I decided that rather than try to do the hair tutorial with the scarf, the wrap thing, right? I know, right? No headband. I was just explaining that. So, yeah, I was gonna do the tutorial on the live event, but I thought that might get complicated, so I decided to go ahead and make a separate video. So the separate video that I made has about 58 seconds left on the upload, so I decided to go ahead and start the live event, and I'm gonna get this uploaded, and then I'm gonna tell you how I'm feeling in a minute. And then as soon as we're done, we're only gonna have like 45 minutes. Hey, Wendy! We're gonna have about 45 minutes to chat on the live event. And then I'm gonna quickly finish getting this together, this scarf tutorial. And so within probably about 20 minutes from the time, hey Christy, from the time that this is done, I should have the scarf tutorial up. So if you wanna see how that works, you'll have to just keep an eye on the channel tonight because I will have that up. Okay, I think we did a pretty good job of filming it, so hopefully you'll be able to figure it out. But anyway, I'm super excited about it because, oh, you made a channel, yay! I love it when people make channels. So, so yeah, I'm super excited about the scarf video because I think it turned out really well, and Brianna helped me. I know, time management. Somebody is saying on here my time management is awesome. I feel like it's awesome. It didn't feel awesome for the last 2 hours because, praise the Lord, yesterday, if you follow me on Instagram, I shared that I was doing all of this extra cooking. Like yesterday I made steak and I made fried chicken and I made potatoes and corn and I made fried collard greens. So I had lots of food, and so today we had the fried chicken. I just threw it in the oven and heated it up. It was really good, and mashed potatoes and corn. So praise the Lord I made it ahead because I just had to, you know, toss it in the oven, heat everything up, and that's that. So that was already done. I could do that, make a quick video, get it edited, get the upload done, and then come over to see you live. So it's just been crazy. Hey Brevard, we were there last week. I know, something like that. So yeah, it's been really good. So I just clicked done to confirm that the scarf tutorial video is uploading. It's still processing, but we've got a little bit stuff to do. We are live every Friday night now. We're trying to do that Friday night. So as soon as this is done processing, I'm not going to finish doing all the details on it till after we're done with our live event. That's why I need another 15 to 20 minutes after this live event to finish it. But I just want to make sure it's uploaded because that's really the time-consuming part. That can take a good while depending on your connection and your computer. If you've never tried to upload a video to YouTube, let me just tell you, it can take a while. So, still processing. It says 30 seconds remaining. So as soon as that's done, I'm going to get out of this, and then Rick is going to take over and from this other computer, and he is going to be in charge of all of our troll catching tonight. And I think Brianna might pop on here in a little while as well, just to say hey. But as soon as this is done, here's the one thing that didn't get done today. I didn't make my menu plan. So, oh hey, thank you. I'm so glad you're watching. 31-year-old mom with 2 little girls. I see you, April. So as soon as we're done, uploading probably is faster on the mobile phone. When did I start YouTube? Like a year and a half ago. I don't know. But here's what I didn't get done. I didn't get done my menu plan. So we're going to go into the kitchen and we're going to work out a menu plan together. I know some of you guys are like, oh, I want to do a menu plan with you, Amanda. You're going to see how I do it. If you've seen my grocery process video, you kind of have an idea of how I put it all together. A lot of that is when times are really, really, really tight. And I'm going to, before I go grocery shopping, I will actually plan out meals based on what we already have in the house first, and then I'll go shopping for things that we need, and then based on whatever it is that we purchase at the store, I will come home and fill in whatever days were left. That actually worked for me a lot better when I was planning for 2 weeks, right? But now that I'm doing 1 week at a time, because I used to do bi-weekly shopping, and now I do weekly shopping, now that I do it weekly, you know, honestly, shows my camera setup. You want to see my camera setup? I got a cell phone propped on the tower of my regular computer, and here is my regular computer. It is not fancy over here, not even close. Most YouTubers I know keep it pretty simple. You'd be surprised. We don't all have fancy cameras. We do have a fancy camera that we own right here. And this is actually Ricky's, because Ricky's studying art and he had to take some photography classes in college, so this is his camera. And we use it on occasion. I actually used it to film the intro for the scarf tutorial, and you'll see the difference. It's really, really nice, right? But I don't really know how to use it well, right? I just totally don't know how to use it well. Frankly, I don't even know how to use my cell phone real well. So I just keep it with my old, here's my camera, like everybody asks. Ooh, it's propped, I won't do that. Let me move this. Here's the camera that I use like 90% of the time. 99% of the time. It's Samsung. This was actually given to me by Julianne at Derpatch Heaven when I first started YouTubing. I might have had a couple of videos out. She took pity on me because the camera that we were using died. And she's like, oh, I got a couple here lying around. They're my old ones, because she had a really nice one. She's like, I'll send it to you. And I was like, let me pay for it. And she said, no. And she just sent it to me. And she said she'd been using it for a year. It worked really well for her. And hey, it's worked really well for me. This is the same camera I've been filming on forever. It is not a fancy camera by any means. Hey Adam, how are you? So, video is done uploading. I'm going to log out of this. That's the scarf tutorial coming at you 20 minutes after we are done with this live event. So I'm going to sign out of this, and we're going to get Rick and have him signed on. Oh my. Someone is telling me what the 3 stars, Samsung means 3 stars in Korean, 4 stars means death, so they don't use 4. Well, that's, yeah, I don't want that. Oh, I want to go log myself in again. Ah! Okay, I'm going to get my husband on here, and then you guys can all say hi to Rick and be appreciative of him. And frankly, I don't even know his password, so I'm going to let him sign himself on. Can you go tell Daddy that he is ready to moderate? Oh, he's coming. He's coming. They said no trolls so far. So far, your success. Oh, he was watching me on the cell phone. Everybody say hi to Rick.
You can do it on the cell phone.
Yeah? Oh, he's doing it on the cell phone. Okay. Well, that computer's logged off if you want to go do that. And we have Brianna. Look at her. Covering the face. People are saying hi, Rick.
Almost fell.
Hello. There's Brianna. And Ricky's over here drawing, but we're not going to show him because, yeah, it's kind of messy. What's a troll? You'll see. Believe me, they'll show up eventually. They come on and say things that are completely inappropriate because they have issues. That's a troll. Okay, does he have his coffee? Of course. Is that even a question? Okay, so here's my board. You guys saw this yesterday, right? $29.91. Boom. Under budget. Under budget. That's right. And look at Ricky's art. Everybody's got to appreciate that. This is what comes on my board by the end of every week, right? Honey, everybody is dying to see your blue cup. I'm sure you can see the comments. So here we go. Oh, Brianna bought it over so you can see it. Blue cup. Yes. No headband. You're going to see it later. So these are Ricky's drawings, and so usually I have to erase. This one's inspired by me, I'm sure. Was this inspired by me? No? I think it was. Yes, he's very talented. He works very hard. He is constantly drawing. But I have to erase some of it. So. Oh, please. This is just how it goes. So we are going to do our menu plan. I know you guys wish you could come over my house and like hang out and do menu plans with me every week, don't you? Yes. Ricky needs to make a book, doesn't he? Don't worry, he'll fill it with more art and you can see it next week. It's so hard to... Do you guys have dry erase boards in your house? It's like a workout to try to get it off. Yeah, everybody's saying you do need a book. I know, you should see the drawing for the book that I want him to do because like he made this characters and...
There's a video on it.
Is there a video?
Remember?
On the twins? Yes. I don't want to give your book away.
Oh, not that one.
No, okay, yes.
No, I thought you were
secret.
talking about the
That's
art
a
video with
secret
like the
book.
lion and the...
No, I haven't told that one. Okay, here we go. Menu plan. What did we do? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So Thursday, I got my marker like right here in your face. Okay, Thursday, last night, you guys know that we had steak, potatoes, I gotta hold this up so you guys, and collard greens. And today, we had fried chicken. And if you guys aren't following me on Instagram, by all means, it's at The Fundamental Home, one word, all lowercase. And you can see the video or you can see me making this. How many grams of meat per person does everybody do? I don't know. I don't count it. Fried chicken, potatoes, and we had some corn. And, you know, we still got peach pie. Everybody has peach pie. I can't even remember what all junk we had, to be honest with you. Brian went out with his girlfriend tonight, so he wasn't eating, so the fried chicken was just for the four of us. But for the record, it is not gluten-free crust, but Ricky eats it without the crust, and he doesn't have like a super crazy gluten allergy. Like, he's not going to have an anaphylactic reaction. It's just, it's irritant to his system, so we try to avoid it, but it doesn't have to be really... really watched. Do you know what I'm saying? I just wanted you to know. So let's see. So one of the first things I always say when you are planning out your weekly meal is you need to look to see if there's anything on your calendar. And I don't know what the doorbell is. They're going to go check on that. So this week we do not have anything. I actually have a calendar sitting here, and I had to make sure, do I still do towels? You know I do. I have to make sure there's nothing on our calendar for this week for church or any of our homeschool group things. Usually, as I walk around my table and almost fall. Usually, on Monday, the first Monday of the month, I actually have a coffee night and go hang out with my homeschool moms, and it's my favoriteest thing in the world. But this particular Monday night, that's not happening. We actually moved it because of the holiday. And I just knew who was knocking at my door who wanted to be on the live event. I actually warned this friend of mine. She said she was going to come over and bring me something. It might even be grocery related. I'll tell you about it in a second. But I said, you know, if you come about 7 o'clock on Friday, I'm going to be live on YouTube. And then I'll put you on YouTube. And yeah, conveniently she arrives right at that time. All right, so I don't have coffee night this week. Sunday, I don't anticipate having company, but the thing about our family is it's really open door. Like, we have a lot of friends at church, and if any of, we have a college nearby. If any of the college students are kind of bored and lonely, a lot of times they'll just come over our house on Sunday afternoon and just hang out with the guys or, you know, do whatever. So this particular week, I don't anticipate anybody coming, but that doesn't mean they won't be here. They might show up or they might not. So we might have friends over or whatever. So, so I don't need to plan particularly for anyone coming over, but whatever. Tuesday, 4th of July. It's the 4th. Whatever we do, it's going to need to be fairly simple, or we might even eat on the run that day. In fact, the more I think about it, the more I think that might be an eat out kind of night. And that's just because, and if you've watched my menu plans for the last several weeks, I don't normally plan to eat out, but I know for 4th of July that we have plans to go do some things with some friends that we know. So I'm going to show you what I was just delivered as I walk over here. Rick just put it on the counter for me. Look what I just got. Brown and serve. 10 fully cooked turkey sausage links. See, my friends at church, they all know if there's something that they won't eat or they don't like, they bring it to my house and we'll eat it. And my friend had bought this for her family, and they don't like the turkey. And I was like, bring it over. Bring it on in. And she bought me this. More squash. So we actually have 2 more of the turkey sausages and another squash. I need to make a squash casserole. That's going to be really good. So I'm trying not to show you my dirty dishes. It's not showing me a bad connection, so if you have buffering, you might want to reload it. But so anyway, so we're going to plan to eat out maybe on the Tuesday the 4th, because I know we're going to go out. I think we're going to go out with Brian's girlfriend's family. I think that's what we're doing. It's fun when your kids get to be teenagers, let me tell you. Okay, so that means we got to fill up looking at our menu Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday. So remember what we purchased as I go in here into my freezer. We have chicken thighs, split chicken breasts. I still have the chopped beef steak, and I have 2 pounds of ground beef. I definitely think I'm going to make one of those days spaghetti, because I do have pasta and pasta sauce and some cheese, and that would be such an easy meal. In fact, I think I'm going to do that for Sunday, because that's one of those things that I can just keep adding pasta, and there's always going to be plenty for everybody. So I think I'm going to make that ground beef a spaghetti night, and we'll do spaghetti on Sunday. Tomorrow, oh, I didn't even mention this. Remember I said that tomorrow is Brian's girlfriend's birthday? So tomorrow, Brian's girlfriend's family is, I'm sorry, I keep putting my fingers in the way. They're going to go to the zoo. And they're not just taking Brian. They're taking Brian and Ricky and Brianna. So tomorrow, all day, is pretty much just going to be me and Rick. So we're not going to go out or do anything major. It's just going to be him and I. We're going to be staying home. So I think I need to think of something that's going to be kind of small. You know, hold on a minute. While I'm thinking about it, I think I'm going to add those Salisbury steaks, those chopped steaks, down here to Wednesday, because I can put those in the crock pot. I just had that in my mind, and I wanted to add it while I was thinking of it. And I'll make Salisbury steak in the crock pot. We'll add side dishes in a minute. So, tomorrow with just me and Rick, something simple. You know, I actually have some leftover ham in the fridge. Maybe I'll make some ham and potato soup. What do you think of that, babe? Ham and potato soup. So we'll put lots of veggies in that. If you don't, I have a recipe for that online. If any of you want to link that, that'd be really good. But it's got carrots and celery and all kinds of good stuff in it. So we'll just be having something simple, and that'll be good because I'll make a big old pot, and any leftovers we can have for lunches this week. So that'll be really good. Okay, somebody is saying breakfast for dinner. That's a good idea too. That's a good idea too. See, I should do this every week with you guys, and you can help me plan. I kind of like that. Baby, do you mind breakfast dinner?
That's fine.
Because you know, we were just talking, if you watched my video the other day, I made pancakes. I got a bunch of pancakes in my fridge. I can make a nice frittata. Yes. You guys are giving me good ideas. Keep that coming. Yes, for me and Rick, I can make a nice frittata. We can have some pancakes. I still have some fruit. It's going to be good. Maybe I'll make some nice granola bars or something, I don't know. Okay, so we've got steak potatoes, fried chicken potatoes, breakfast, dinner, spaghetti. Maybe Monday I'll do that potato soup. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, you guys are talking about the sausage? I'll probably use the leftover ham first, just to kind of get that out of the way. But after that, don't worry, the sausage is going to go in my freezer. We'll use it. So I'll probably plan on that ham and potato soup on Monday. And I actually have in my freezer, or in my fridge, some salad fixings too, because we got spinach, and I have some lettuce left over from the other day. I don't even know when we got it. And then tomatoes and onions and things. So maybe ham and potato soup and salad would be really, really good. How long do you use leftovers after storing them? Probably 2 or 3 days. It usually doesn't last too long. So, all right, so we've got yesterday, today, breakfast, dinner, which I think is a great idea. Thanks, guys. Spaghetti, ham and potato soup. We're going to eat out on the 4th. Salisbury steak in the crock pot. I want more greens with that. So I don't think we're going to use all the spinach. I'm definitely going to put some spinach with that. We use whatever spinach is left over. And then, because when you do it in a salad, I really don't use that much spinach, but you're going to use like the whole bag when you make it for a side dish. So, and I'll probably, you know what? I'm boring. I won't do potatoes again. I'll do rice because we'll have that good gravy over it. Be great. So spinach, rice, and Salisbury steak. I don't know. That's good. Okay, so I think that about covers the menu plan. Mountain Mama's asking me if I do freezer meals. I get asked that a lot. I lost my other pen. Do I have a garden? I have one. Is it good? No. I want it to be deep in my heart, but it's not. I do have some herbs right now. I hope you guys aren't looking at my dirty dishes just sitting over there. We seriously shoved food in our mouth before I went live. So anyway, so look, everybody's like, oh, how do you make $30 last, right? Well, I mean, we did the steak. The breakfast dinner is leftover ham. This is leftover ham. This is going to be 1 pound of meat. Unless I have company, then I'll do 2, right? And this is the chopped steaks, right? You know, I'm still going to have all that chicken left, like a ton of chicken. I'm still going to have 1 pound of ground beef left, right? You'll have to watch the video to see what kind of steak, because I really don't remember when we already ate it. So, I mean, I'm still going to have a whole lot of meat left next week, so I can focus on getting other things, side dishes, any kind of supplies we need. I might get some more beef next week because we're going to have a lot of chicken, because none of these even touched all those split chicken breasts or the chicken thighs that I have. So yeah, the turkey is long gone. We made that, was it last week or the week before? But anyway, so look at that. I mean, you can really make it last, and going every week is really helpful because I'm kind of forced to use every bit of everything. So then the things that freeze work out just fine. So, freezer meal. I forgot about that as I was talking. I gotta put these sausages up. I don't do freezer meals, partially because this freezer is not very big. And chicken fajitas, I gotta do that the next week. So this freezer's not very big, and so I normally don't have a lot of room to store everything in that freezer. So it's normally packed. It's just not packed right now. But it is one of our goals to get a big freezer, and then at that point, I'd love to do freezer meals. I just don't have the space for it right now. So, I don't know, it's kind of nice. And I always get asked, and I'll throw it out there in case you're thinking of it, what about lunch and breakfast? Well, we pretty much have easy breakfasts, and the boys both pay for their lunches. You should start a fund to buy me a freezer. That would be amazing. That would be great. I know, we have been wanting fagioli forever, and it just hasn't come up on the menu. Maybe I'll do that too. So, yeah. I don't know, I gotta think about it. So many great meals. But look, you menu planned with me, guys. Yes! High five! We menu planned. I am so glad that we did this together, because I totally wouldn't have thought about breakfast. I'm just like in the zone. You know what I mean? Breakfast was not even in my mind right now. All right, so menu plan, done. And we're going to walk outside for a second. Maybe it's nice, maybe it's not. I can't promise anything when I go outside. You know, we got the dogs, we got the neighbors. But I always get asked about my kitties. So I'm going to show you the kitties. Here we go. There's Miss Patchy. Let's see. There's Miss Patchy. She's not feeling good. She's got a little cough. Over here's Nuggie. Miss Nugget. Say hi, Nuggie. Say hi to the people. Nugget's the queen. She's Rick's lady, right? You want to see cuteness. Look at Tyga. Tyga's the little baby. Kitty. We're going to go chase her down if we can. We're going to go over here and get her. Look at... Well, you can't run anywhere. Hold on a minute. Look at the kitten. Look at her. Oh, she's getting stressed. This one is getting so big. Okay. I'm going to put her down. And then we have Rick. Actually, if you follow Rick on Instagram, he's on there. Over here down on the ground, we have Baby. She's over there by the car. And most of the other cats are out running around. They just do their own thing. Nugget is not here all the time. But Patches is the mama and Tyga is the baby. And they have been up here recently because Patches is sick. I don't know why. She has a little cough. But they usually handle themselves really well. They're pretty healthy cats. And they usually get over any kind of sickness pretty quickly. So they're totally fine. And then over here, look, another one showed up. See the orange kitty? That is Stitches. So, again, these are just wild cats, right? Wild cats that just we feed. Because we're suckers, what can I say? No, we love the cats and we want them to feel welcome. It was sad when Nugget came up here first. She's Rick's queen kitty, the one that she loves, right? So Nugget was so thin and so sad, and she is the most dog-like cat you ever met. She just like wants to be with people, and she's so affectionate, like totally not like any other cat I've ever met in my life. That Rick, who did not like cat Brianna, named them Brianna. So some of them are, and obviously some of them are not, because Patches, for a long time, Patches would not come anywhere near us. But she's going to be fixed here soon. Anyway, Nugget is definitely fixed. So Nugget is fixed, and she came up here all pathetically, and so of course, can you see them again? Of course. Lovely. That's Nugget and Patches sitting there on the chair. So, yeah. Patches came up eventually with the kitten. And the other two have kind of wandered in. Tater Tot is the only one that we have purposely brought onto this property. And he is not here right now. He's male and he wanders everywhere. But he is also fixed. And he is a gift to the family. Not really a gift exactly. But he was found in a wall. And somebody else kind of rescued him, and then they were missionaries, and they were returning their field, and they said, hey, can you keep him? So there's that. Yeah, we call him Tatey or Mr. Tatey. He's Tater Tot. Brianna named them because Nugget was first, and then Tater Tot. I know. Anyway, so Nugget and then Tater Tot, and then Patches and them showed up eventually. So, you know, we just feed animals. And of course, our neighbors have a dog that we help feed too. So, anyway. Mother Earth is over in Asheville this year. I know, I'm so sad I missed that. I don't know how I missed it, because normally I pay attention to when the Mother Earth Fair is. But I missed it this year. We did go last year. So, oh, and I also have these. I got some rosemary. That's one. Here's another. Now, tell me what this is. I think it's sage. I'm not sure. But that was given to us as well. And then this one over here, we have them all spread out. I'm pretty sure is mint. Looks good. So my goal is tomorrow I'm going to get those in the ground and have a little bit of an herb garden anyway. That'll be great. Sage. I thought it was sage. I really did. I just wasn't sure about it. So, yes, I'm excited about that. Asking about my teeth. My teeth are okay. You know what I did today? I don't know how often the Dollar General clearances are. My teeth are getting better. Not perfect. Better. But so much better that I forgot. I was hungry and I threw a potato chip in my mouth and crunched on it. On the side of my mouth. That is bad. It was not good. Not good at all. So yeah, no, I haven't tried coconut oil pulling. So yeah, it wasn't good. I wasn't happy. Needless to say, what I have been doing is I have been switching with peroxide, and I've been using On Guard, which has clove oil in it. Everybody's recommended clove oil, but On Guard has clove oil in it, so I've been rubbing that on my gums to try to make it feel better. And it helps. It really, really does. But I definitely think I'm going to have a tooth pulled over here. It's just going to have to be that way. So, it's getting better, but it's not going to be solved, I'm afraid, until the offending tooth is gone. So that's just going to have to be a little bit of time. There's just nothing you can do about that. It's what happens when you get old, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to have a root canal. I'm just going to have it pulled. You know, you might have to look at me like on a video and like a tooth be missing. Like, I don't know, I'll probably get a bridge. But but I'm not super like vain that way. Like, I totally would walk around like that and be okay with it. As long as the pain was gone. I mean, so, okay. So I have about 10-15 minutes left. So if you guys have any questions, you can ask me. You can let me know. I'm not going to take the cats up out of their seats because they're so happy. You guys hear the birds? Like, it's such a pretty night. Look, let me just show you. Look how pretty the sunset is. Hey, Australia. Let's see. Isn't that so pretty? It is just a nice, nice evening. It's not super hot. You know, it's rather warm, but not hot. You know what I mean? We are in North Carolina, USA. So, it's just really nice. Really, really nice. And I'm glad. Any new recipes coming up? I still want to do paella. I had mentioned that last week, and of course this week, my teeth, I just haven't been able to do that. So, I don't know. I have no idea what the temperature is. It's been really reasonable this week. I think one day this week was like in the 70s. It was super, super low temperatures. Like in the morning it was like in the 50s. So very, very nice. Very comfortable. It keeps raining though, so we're having trouble getting our grass mowed. Because it's like you do it in sections because it's not... The property that's in the middle, it is not ours, actually. The property between my property and the house next door does not belong to us. It actually belongs to some elderly folks, and so Rick oftentimes will mow that for them. And so what happens is he ends up doing everything in sections. You know, one night he'll do one section, one night he'll do another section. So, yeah, we're having trouble getting, like, all of the grass nicely mowed at once. So, like, when people come over, like my friend just came over, you know, he's like, oh no, they saw the grass. But what made me start doing YouTube videos? My husband is what made me start doing YouTube videos initially, because he thought it would be a good idea for us to do as a family. And then when we started doing it, he kind of, it wasn't really his thing too much. So he was like, nah, I'm just not going to do it anymore. But you can keep doing it. And by that point, I had kind of gotten connected with a bunch of YouTubers and we were doing a bunch of things together. So I felt like I would be letting people down if I stopped. So I just kept doing it and it just kept going from there. And I had gotten pneumonia at some point. And I've told this story before, but when I was recovering from pneumonia, Farmer Meemaw, my good friend Jennifer, she convinced me to do Video Every Day in April, and ever since then I'm pretty much doing it regularly. So when I go back to doing Bible studies with him, we are not planning on doing any anytime soon, and it's just because of how much time it takes to get those done. If we do them, it would be once a week, but it's a challenge to get them done. The problem that we had before was that we were struggling so much to get it on video that we weren't really effectively studying the Bible together. And that's really our priority, is to make sure that we have that Bible study time together. And the priority is not to put it on video. You know, we want to share it with you guys. And if we're able to do it and share it with you guys in a way that's not going to hinder the marriage, then we're all for that. But if it's going to get in the way of that, then we got to put that aside. So we go to a church locally. That's that. You know, we do have some privacy limitations. I'm not gonna give all the details, but so yeah. So what we're open to it in the future. Will you dye your hair when you go? I am totally gray, like so gray. Look at all that gray. Gray, people, just gray. Just super gray. So yeah, I'm not dyeing it. Somebody asked, what is our faith? We're Christians. So. Oh, I'm so glad you like the videos on anxiety. Can we do a Bible study live? Ugh, that would be a challenge. I'll check with Rick on that. That might be a little easier, but there's a lot of planning in it, so I don't know. I don't know how that goes. So thank you for loving my recipe videos. I have a ton of videos that I want to make. It's just, you know, I maybe... okay to do it once a week. Do I have a microwave? No. Recommended key grocery items for someone who just moved. Well, the thing about it is, a lot of times people ask me about like basics that you should have on hand in your refrigerator. And I always say that it really depends on what you make. Now, the first thing that I really think you should do, am I against microwaves? I don't like them for me. I mean, anybody can do whatever they want. I think the first thing you need to do before you're planning on what you should have in your house is you need to make a menu, like not the menu plan we just made, like an actual menu like a restaurant. Like sit down and list out all of the different meals that you are capable of making, right? You know, I just listed a few of them there. Spaghetti, ham and potato soup. I make ham and bean soup. Like just seriously list out every single recipe you're capable of making. And that's going to take a couple of days because usually you'll forget some of them and then think of it later in the week. Like, oh yeah, I make that too, right? Okay, so once you make that list of all your things that you make, and we're talking breakfasts and lunches, then just like a restaurant has a menu, they will make a list of things that they have to have on hand to make those meals. You will need to make a list of things that you need to have on hand to make all of those meals. And a lot of those things are going to cross over. You know, you're going to use flour for a lot of different things. You're going to use all kinds of seasonings. You know, everybody's seasonings are different, so that's why it's hard to tell you what the basics are. And so those things that you know that you need to have on hand are different because what you make in your home is probably different than what I make in my home. You know what I mean? So, but once you have that main menu like a restaurant, the restaurant menu, and then once you have your basics list, you can start there growing your supply based on what you can find on sale. So, does Rick have any plans to become a pastor? I mean, he's open to the Lord's will. So that's a possibility in the future. But currently he is not. He just preaches in churches. So he'll go around and preach wherever, you know, I don't know. So, okay, we've got about 5 minutes left. You guys got any more questions? And we'll see what we can come up with. It is so nice. I really want to sit on the chairs, but I don't want to upset my kitties. We do sit on our bench sometimes, but right now in the summer we have a lot of spiders, And believe it or not, we actually have a lot of black widows and brown recluse spiders. So I'm careful about sitting on anything unless I've looked at it, and I can't hold the camera and look at it carefully. So, hair scarf tutorial. If you did not hear that at the beginning of the video, I mentioned that I made a hair scarf tutorial. It will be posted about 20 minutes after this video is over. I gotta go finish up some editing. It'll be a separate video. I was gonna do it on the live, but it was a little complicated. So, do I can my leftovers? No. We eat our leftovers. So, oh, thank you. I appreciate you guys saying that you've been watching. So, let's see. Any other things to cover? We got 4 minutes. I think I've done everything that I wanted to cover. We did the menu plan. Talked about the headscarf. Talked about the teeth. Those are like the main things I wanted to cover. Talked to you about the kids. I have no tips for starting a garden. I am such a beginner on the garden thing. Like, I'm totally failing at it because I just totally don't know what I'm doing. I have managed to improve every year. But, Frugal Family Food, why didn't I think of that? Yes! Oh my word! Okay. We gotta talk about Frugal Family Food. That is so important. Because Will and Faye at the Weekend Homestead, my word, they did such an amazing job with their Frugal Family Food this week. Like, I don't know if you guys saw it, but in the Frugal Family Food group, they put a little intro video that was so amazing. I loved it so much. I was like, you guys are setting the bar way up. But then on their video, they show you how to make steak on the grill inexpensively, and it's doing kebabs. Like, they did a great video. And then at the end, Will is actually a pyrotechnic guy, and he does fireworks for a living, so he put fireworks on the end for our 4th of July video. Like, he went above and beyond. So you guys go to the Weekend Homestead, please, 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 because I'm just so encouraged by all the work that Will did. Like, he did a super amazing, amazing job. And I can't even believe what a great job he did. So you guys make sure you go see Will at the Weekend Homestead. Somebody asked what our theme is for July, and it is homegrown tomatoes. Homegrown tomatoes. Am I going to see Tangy this summer? I wish. I don't know. But I wish. I hope we can work that out. But, you know, Tangy and I actually talk a lot. So we FaceTime, like I FaceTimed her today. She FaceTimed me, but like I answered and we did the FaceTime thing. So yeah, it almost feels like she's my friend down the street, even though she's not. So there's that. There's a lot of comments that have been passing through, so I'm gonna slide back here. Have I heard of Big Family Homestead? Of course, they were in Frugal Family Food. They were in our first week of Frugal Family Food. And YouTube beginner tips. I'm going to tell you YouTube beginner tip. Definitely just do it. I mean, that's like the main thing. Everybody makes such a big deal out of it. Like, you know, like it's scary to do it. Start the channel and go for it. Make it happen. You know, just start making videos. Yep, we are going to be at the Homesteaders of America conference in October. A whole family is planning on being there. Me, Rick, all 3 of the kids. So if you want to meet us, you definitely want to go to the Homesteaders of America conference. That is the only place that I know for sure that you will catch all 5 of. And when I say for sure, like, we're all planning to be there. But there's 5 of us, 4 of which are adults, or will be by that time, because Ricky already had his 18th birthday. So it's a challenge to get everybody off work and off school and everything organized. So Lord willing, we should all be there. And you can meet all of us and just give us a big hug and take pictures and say hi and do all that stuff. So yeah, definitely want to do that. Oh my word. Don't be scared of the video thing, honestly. Don't be scared if you want to start YouTube. Just make the videos. Let's see. It is in Virginia if you want to go see that. Somebody says Warrenton. I don't even know where, to be honest with you. You can go to homesteadersofamerica.com and you can get all the details. It is in October, and I am scheduled to be there. Frankly, I don't even know the day offhand. So, but I didn't find Tangy on YouTube. I found her on Facebook. Will you believe that? Yep. I don't know why. I just randomly just said we should be friends. I met somebody else this week that I said we should be friends because it's a mom blogger and we had a lot in common. And I was like, you know what? We need to be best friends. And then we started messaging each other, and guess what? I got a new friend. So, and she's going to be in Frugal Family Food in August, but I'm not going to tell you about that then. Now, you'll have to wait on that. July. We have the greatest July lineup. July. I'm going to tell you who we have. I'm going to put it out there. Just next week's. Are you guys ready to know who next week is? I'm so excited. I got to get off, but I'm going to tell you who next week is. Are you ready? Blake Kirby. Blake Kirby. Daddy Curbs. It's homegrown tomatoes. And Blake Kirby, Daddy Curbs, is doing a video. Way before I ever had a YouTube channel, I watched Blake Kirby. Brianna came out. Brianna loves Blake Kirby.
Yeah.
We're super big fans of Blake and Luke.
Yes.
All the other family's great, but we love Luke. So I cannot tell you at the point that we have this group of YouTubers that we just kind of talk to each other, and the very first time I was connected with Blake Kirby, I was like, that was like my fangirl moment. I was like, Blake Kirby, yes.
Yeah.
So I cannot believe he's going to do Frugal Family Food. I am super excited. Yes, yes. You guys all go to his channel and you say, Blake Kirby, I cannot wait for you to do Frugal Family Food next week, because he needs to know, like, you are waiting for it. Like, go to his Instagram.
Yes.
And be like, Blake Kirby, Daddy Curbs, you're going to be on Frugal Family Food? I can't wait to watch that video. You put some pressure on him and be like, that has got to be the best video ever. So I'm so excited. Can you tell how excited I am about that? I'm super excited. It's so good right now for Frugal Family Food. You have no idea the great people we're getting. So, okay, this is it. We got to end it because I got to finish up that scarf tutorial. Brianna did the intro on it. So when you watch it, you'll see the intro. It's really cute. She did a good job. You guys can say, good job, Brianna. All right, so give me about 15 minutes to get all the links up, and you guys all have a great 4th of July. We'll hopefully, Lord willing, see you before then. And anything else we need to add? You got
I just
nothing.
came to say hi.
Okay. She sounds like a preacher. I probably do. I'm just super excited. I'm just like, yes! So, okay. It's good. It's been a rough week with the teeth. It's good to just have a happy moment. You know what I mean? All right. You guys have a good night. And give me about 15 minutes and you'll have that scarf tutorial, okay? We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.